The Galactic Council prided itself on being the most civilized assembly in the known universe. Representatives of hundreds of species gathered in a vast chamber of crystal and steel, where conflicts were settled not by war, but by words. At least that was the idea. On the day humanity was summoned, most delegates expected the same thing they had seen since Earth joined the Union. Polite speeches, patient compromises, and endless apologies for misunderstandings. Humans had a reputation for being courteous to a fault, strange, fragile newcomers who never raised their voices, even when insulted. Ambassador Elias Gray embodied that reputation. Tall but unassuming, with tired eyes and a calm tone, he had smiled through years of jeers. The Orcs called his species soft meat. The Velkur hissed about primitive apes. The Xyrics dismissed them as temporary animals. Elias only bowed, only thanked, only smiled. That was about to change. The council convened to discuss a recent incident. A Xyrix patrol ship had entered Sol System and, accidentally, bombarded a human colony on Titan. 50,000 civilians were dead. The Xyrix delegate described it as a navigational mishap. Gasps filled the chamber when Elias rose to speak. He looked calm as ever, voice measured, diplomatic. The Xyrix killed 50,000 of our people. Entire families erased. We request acknowledgement and reparations. That is all. The Xyrix delegate sneered, mandibles clicking. Your kind should be grateful. Consider it population control. You breed like vermin. Laughter erupted from several delegations. Elias didn't move. His face remained unreadable. The humans watching from the gallery, however, stiffened. They knew that look. Courteous mode had just switched off. Elias adjusted his collar, then spoke again. His voice was colder this time, sharper, like steel scraping stone. Counselors, humanity has endured insult after insult. We endured mockery, slander, and minor provocations. We chose patience. We chose diplomacy. But now 50,000 of our citizens are dead. And you call it a mishap? The chamber fell silent. His words carried weight, a gravity that pressed down on everyone listening. For the record, Elias continued, this is not a request. This is your only warning. The Xyrix will stand trial here, or humanity will conduct its own. The Xyrix delegate scoffed. You dare threaten us? With what? Your kind has only a handful of warships. That was when Elias smiled. Not the polite, weary smile the council knew, but something far more unsettling. Warships? No, humanity doesn't need warships. We need resolve. And I assure you, counselors, we have more of that than anyone in this chamber. The council's hollow displays flickered as Elias gestured. Data feeds appeared. Grainy, brutal recordings of Xyrix patrols ambushed on Titan. Human militias dismantling alien walkers with improvised explosives. Captured Xyrix soldiers executed in shadows. You see, Elias said softly. While you debate, we act. While you laugh, we adapt. And when you kill our people, we don't cry, we sharpen our knives. The chamber shifted. What had been amusement became unease. The other delegates had never seen this side of humanity before. Elias leaned forward, voice dropping into a deadly calm. 50,000 dead means 50,000 debts. We will collect every single one. The Xyrix delegate tried to speak, but Elias's next words drowned him out. You wanted to see what humanity looks like without courtesy? Then watch carefully. You won't get a second demonstration. For the first time in living memory, the council chamber was silent. Not a hiss, not a snarl, not a laugh. Just silence, and the realization that Earth was no longer smiling. In the days that followed, the Xyrix learned what that meant. Human fleets, once underestimated, struck their border worlds with precision and fury. Colonists became soldiers overnight. Civilian freighters turned into missile platforms. Entire Xyrix outposts vanished without a trace. And across the galaxy, species who had once mocked humanity whispered a new phrase with unease. Don't make the humans turn off courteous mode. Because when that happened, no one, not even the mighty Xyrix, was safe.